when this 90-day cycle's coming. And then more people are going to hear about it. And then they're going to realize that the only way to participate is if you have Hedron to utilize as a currency in this particular market. So I think that might cause
the front end. Yeah, the front end that's probably going to be built, right, for the liquidation stuff and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like the new one that he's building.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it may even be cool.
That'll draw some promo. But in a month's time, where do you think it's at? Do you think it's at the all-time high again or not?
I think over a period of time that it'll get there anyway. I think that ICOSA just ratchets that effect.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as it gets more rare, as more people need it to be able to purchase these HSIs, like we'll see how predictive we can be based off of the next 90-day cycle and how people reciprocate to it, right? How they respond to it.
That'll take a little time anyway to figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Yeah. I don't think we're far away from people realizing they need to acquire.
Yeah, they probably have enough. Maybe. We'll see.
No, I don't think people have realized.
No, it's confusing though, but they'll figure it out.
Yeah, they'll
figure it out.
There's no definite numbers, and like you said, as soon as the market plays out, that's I think when it'll be bigger. But we'll see.
Yeah,
just shave a couple more zeros off, I'll be happy.
Oh yeah, and that'll bring interest to other market makers, providing that extra added liquidity for when there are some of us that are holding on to a shit ton of it. Then we can be responsible with it and handle that in a responsible way, right? To make sure that the community doesn't feel any different about however. That's the way that I feel about it is if you were in any way lucky enough to be involved in some of these projects that you were there long enough to be in a market cycle where you were able to benefit from that. Well, congratulations to you, right? There's many OGs that take profit, and they should, in my opinion. They should.
You should until you don't have to.
Well, I mean, yeah, there has to be a certain amount of those.
You shouldn't kill the market you're in.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And they should be kind of reining down some of the tokens that they have to this community to be able to gobble up and take in for themselves, because we need more people to come in. So there needs to be that liquidity that's there. So they can shed off some of that stuff in there, take some profit, allow for people to gobble up and buy the hex that they have, that they just presented at maybe a little bit cheaper of a price because they just, caused for added liquidity for the range to go down in that range a little bit further, maybe. Right. Hopefully they don't just market sell. That's bad. Or if they did, they DCA'd on the way out that made sense to the liquidity pool that they were doing it in, right? Without hurting the price. No more than 1%. As a matter of fact, you can go less than 1% on any of your trades on your way out. That would be great. And then give the market time to recover. If you hurt it that bad, if you had the intention of exiting completely out of your position, do it slowly. Because getting your position in the first place didn't happen in one fucking night. So what makes you think you're going to be able to do that in the community on the way out? That doesn't even make sense, right? I think people will understand those things, right? When they have a little bit more value for what they hold instead of just dumping it, I guess. But you'll always have the dumpers, the traders, and all that stuff too.
Yep.
It's almost like all that's needed for an extra additional kick in the pants for volume for a healthy type of thing sometimes, though, right? Especially if you got a big spike to the top, you kind of need like a little bit of a deflationary period there, right?
Yep.
Kind of what we're seeing with Hedron, like these little chain loops that are happening up and towards. I mean, we're in a bear market, and it's showing a lot of pressure on that upside. At least it's different than everything else at this moment. Hex seems to be helping, and
it's attention at the moment too, right?
Yeah.
It's just the extra shit going on, and people are paying attention, and there's obviously just attention's money, man. So,
well, we need a lot more attention too, and I expect that these types of things are going to continue to keep happening, as we know that adoption is getting more looked at with big magazines and news media articles and other countries making big moves, like the threats of these regulations and stuff like this, like it's all coming, right? Anyway, in a certain respect, it's coming. I don't know how, what sort of respect, but I mean, it's kind of like writing on the wall, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's a matter of how and when.
Right.